Welcome, I'm grade 12s. I'm so happy that you are with me in this particular session of Physical Sciences, grade 12. And I am so happy in that we are meeting online. You know, what is actually challenging me is that the examinations, when they are setting them, they don't mind whether it is coronavirus period or not. So these online classes, they're going to help us a great deal. And if you happen to join our extra classes, you can attend with us either on Google, or we send you WhatsApp videos 5 times a week, that is 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday. Or you can come in at Rosteke College if you are around Polokwane. However, wherever you are in South Africa, you can join us. And don't forget to share our video to your friends. Let us proceed. Now, these are solutions to November 2020. That is last year's paper. And we're starting with question 2 because it came from grade 11 work. And you guys are from grade 11, which means that you have to be in position to do. Let us revise this together to see that you understand this now. So question 2 is saying that a block of 20 kilogram mass resting on a rough horizontal surface is connected to blocks P and Q by a light inextensible string moving over a frictionless pulley. Then block P and Q are glued. They are glued together and have a combined mass of M. Okay, then a force of 35 newtons is now applied to the 20 kilogram block at an angle of 40 degrees with the horizontal as shown in the diagram below. This is the block here, as you can see it here, and you see this applied force. Then we have these combined masses of P and Q to give us mass M. So they say the 20 kilogram block experiences a frictional force of magnitude 5 newtons as it moves from the right to the right at a constant speed. 2.1, they say define the term normal force. Define the term normal force. Now, normal force is defined as the perpendicular force exerted by a surface to a body in contact with that surface. I say it again. Normal force is the perpendicular force exerted by a surface to a body in contact with that surface. Let us proceed. I hope we are together. Then they say draw a labeled free body diagram of the 20 kilogram block. Now if you check our block here for 20 kilograms, we see it is this block here. So there is a surface here, right? So which means the surface exerts a normal force. That's our first force. And then the block has got weight, that's another force. And then we have got applied force, that's another force. And then we have tension force in the string, that's another force. Now if the block happens to go to the right, it means friction will be facing in this other direction, that is to the left. That's why I have my diagram as this one here, which you see. So this is my diagram here. As you can see, this is the normal force because the surface exerts normal force, and then this is the applied force of 35 newtons, and this is the frictional force, that is Fk, because the block is moving. And this is tensional force. You know, because it is moving to the right, this arrow for the tension is long. This is the longest of all the arrows. Then there is also weight, that is Fg for the block. I hope we are still together. Don't forget something here, that if they say draw a free body diagram, all the arrows must be coming from the dot. There is no single arrow pointing towards the dot except in a force diagram. Let us proceed. Now another question was saying calculate the combined mass M of the two blocks. Calculate the combined mass M of the two blocks. Now let us read the question again so that we understand it together. The question was saying that a 20 kilogram block resting on a rough horizontal surface is connected to blocks P and Q by a light inextensible string, and then they say moving over a frictionless pulley, then block P and Q are glued together and have a combined mass of M. Okay, then they say a force of 35 newtons is now applied to the 20 kilogram block at an angle of what? 40 degrees with the horizontal as shown below. They say that the 20 kilogram block experiences a frictional force of magnitude 5 newtons as it moves to the right at a constant speed. Are we together? Okay, so they say that we should calculate what? They said that we are going to calculate the combined mass M of the two blocks. Now, because the system is moving, we're using Newton's second law of motion, that is F net equals to ma. And if we consider the 20 kilogram mass, we see that it was moving to the right. Okay, so it means that the tension force is being opposed by frictional force, as well as the component which is horizontal for the applied force. If you check here, this was the applied force, but there is this Fx here, which is the horizontal force that is pulling the system to the left. So this component Fx as well as the frictional force, they both pull to the what? To the left. Don't forget that our tension was pulling to the what? Was pulling to the right. Okay, so that's why I write my equation like this, like T tension minus frictional force Fk minus horizontal component equals to mass times acceleration. I hope we are together. Now you know, because they said that it is at a constant speed or constant velocity, it means that our acceleration is going to be 0. So that's why when I multiply 0 times the mass M, I get 0 here. That's why I'm equating it to what? To 0 here, in this equation here. And then if I substitute, now note something here. The frictional force was given as 5 newtons. And then for me to get my Fx, I use this diagram here. You remember from mathematics that cos of 40 degrees equals to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So it means that if I make my Fx the subject, is going to be Fx equals to 35 newtons multiplied by cos of 40. That's why I replace the Fx with a 35 newtons cos of 40, then equals to 0. So if I simplify that 35 cos of 40, I get 26,81, and then when I simplify my equation, then I do what? I get T equals to 31,81 newtons. I hope we are still together. Then, so that's the tension. That's the tension in our combined masses P and Q, because we know that this string is inextensible, right? So it means that after getting our tension, we can now get the mass because it is moving at the same speed with the same tension. Now, if you remember, our combined mass is going down. Okay, so because it is going down, it means that our tension, which is pulling upwards, is being opposed by the gravitational force Fg. So this Fg, if we say Fg minus the tension force, then using Newton's second law again, we are going to be in a position to form this equation here, that is Fg minus tension equals to ma, of course, which is equal to 0, because I already said that the speed is what? Is constant. So because the speed is constant, that's why the ma gives us 0. Now because I have my tension, guess what? I substitute. When I do substitute, I get m multiplied by 9,8 minus t. But what is my t? My t is 31,81 newtons. And then I simplify this. When I do simplify that, I divide 31,81 divided by 9,8, which gives me my combined mass as what? As 3,25 kilograms. I hope we are still together. Okay, let us proceed with the question. This was November last year, 2020, question 2. Now, they went ahead and said that at a certain stage of the motion, block Q breaks and falls down. How will each of the following be affected when this happens? Then they said that number 1, the tension in the string, and then they want you to choose from whether it's going to increase, decrease, or remain the same. Okay, let me read this again. They said that at a certain stage of motion, block Q breaks and falls down. How will each of the following be affected when this happens? Okay, now you know that the tension in the string depends on the weight of the blocks. So it means if block Q falls off, I'm left with block P, right? So it means that of course the tension is going to do what? It's going to decrease. The tension decreases. I think you get it. Let us proceed. Then 2.4.2, they say, what about the velocity of the 20 kilogram block? Now if the tension decreases, and then they say also explain your answer. Okay, so what is happening here? Now now here we see that the velocity of the 10 kilogram block is going to decrease. Now the question is, why does it decrease? You remember in grade 11 we talked about Newton's second law of motion, and we know that if a net force acts on a body, the body will accelerate in what? In the direction of the net force. And what happens? The acceleration is directly proportional to the net force. Okay, so because of that, it means that our acceleration is proportional to the tension, right? But we have said that the tension is decreasing. So if the tension decreases, it means that even the acceleration will decrease. And that's why we said that in this particular case that our speed will also decrease. What's the explanation here? They're saying that according to Newton's second law, acceleration is directly proportional to the applied force, that is tension in this case. And since the tension decreases, the acceleration will decrease, and thus velocity of the 20 kilogram mass will also what? Will also decrease. I hope we are still together. Now thank you so much for watching. Now this is what I do here. I compiled a study guide for you guys, that is from 2020 November, then 2019 November, 2018 November, May, June 2019, May, June 2018, and supplementary 2018. Okay, so this way I get our questions, and our first question, which is here, is also coming from there. It says that question 2, you're going to try it out. That's question 2. Try it out, please. And when you are done, also try out it continues actually up to 2,5. Now I advise you, if you find any challenges, don't hesitate to get to us on this contacts here, that is 0785 222 041, or on Vodacom as you see it here. Now please don't forget to share our video with your friends, and if you happen to get for us 10 people who are going to join our extra classes, actually we give you the study guide for free. However, the study guide is costing 200 rands. Now these videos we give them 5 days a week. That means Monday, Tuesday up to Friday. We give you physical sciences and mathematics together with the study with activities. The solutions come in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.